What is up, everybody? This is Flashwing. Solicited some topic ideas from a few of my subscribers on my Facebook page, and thank you everybody who contributed to that. You guys provided a lot of feedback pretty quickly. One of the topic ideas that was suggested was regarding my thoughts on gun ownership and whether or not I support concealed carry. Is yes, I support firearm ownership. Yes, I support the concealed carry. I am 32 years old. I have carried a concealed handgun. I'll say intermittently, because I'm still, even to this day, not quite disciplined enough in carrying it all the time. But I have carried intermittently since I was 18. Let's start with the most basics of gun ownership, and we'll kind of work our way up from there. First of all, firearms will never be disinvented. They cannot be disinvented. Firearms have been around for a very long time. The technology is very basic. The physics are well understood. The recipes for making, for making gunpowder and people who can reload are everywhere. I believe that we can all agree that guns will not be disinvented, and that if the people around the world with intent on doing harm, if they decide to use firearms, will find a way to get them. Plain and simple. Within the culture here, at least here in the United States, there is this belief that more training and more certifications and making it more difficult to own firearms is going to necessarily translate into less gun deaths. It won't, and the reason why is because licensed, legalized gun owners are not the ones out there shooting and killing each other. When you look at the people, again, based on data, when you look at the people who are actually committing gun crimes, the majority of them are criminals. The majority of them don't own guns legally. The majority of them didn't buy the guns in the gun stores. But yet this is all the information that is put out to the American public as the reason why we need to increase regulation, the reason why we need to increase laws, the reason why we need to increase training, the reason why we need to increase background checks. It doesn't work because criminals don't follow the fucking law. They don't. They don't follow the law. If they did, we wouldn't have murders. If they did, we wouldn't have rapes. If they did, we wouldn't have robberies. The purpose of the law is not to prevent crime. The purpose of the law is to establish rules and give justification to prosecuting criminals, period. So where does that leave us? That leaves us with the very real reality that guns exist. But there's a more important side of this than just the fact that they're out there. It's the fact that firearms are the great equalizer. When you take firearms out of the hands of law-abiding citizens who want nothing more than to defend themselves and to defend their families, women and children and the elderly are the ones that you negatively impact the most. Because women, children, and elderly are the weakest among us in general. A 5'0", 110-pound woman will have difficulty without the proper training and knowledge and skill to overcome a 6'5", 350-pound man. It's just the way it is. But a firearm in the hands of a skilled shooter can defend somebody and do so regardless of their size and regardless of whether or not they have any real physical strength. Guns kill people too, but they save a lot of lives. Guns are the great equalizer. They allow the weakest among us to defend themselves against someone who would do them harm. Evil exists in the world, everybody. It's out there. It's actually all around you. You just don't see it. It hides in plain sight. How do you plan to combat evil? And I'm talking about someone with the intent on killing you, on harming you. How do you do that? How do you combat that? With harsh language? With diplomacy? What if they don't listen to words? What if they're not intimidated by your words? Sometimes physical violence is the only way to stop someone from taking your life. Thank you very much for riding with me today, guys. We'll see you out there.